Yo, what's up YouTube? Today we have a good old arm workout for you. Started off today's lift with the alternating dumbbell curls here, and obviously the whole thing, and I could preach and repeat it for each exercise that we do today, but every exercise we do and any day that we're in the gym, the focal points is the time under tension, the stretching, and the contraction of the muscle. So that's how you're going to build your muscle, rep by rep, focusing on those three things each rep. And that's the three things I could be really repetitive today on, and I'm not. I'm just going to go and say it right then and there so I don't repeat like I normally do. But we started off with the dumbbell curls here. Pick a weight that you can control, obviously. Keep it about 10 to 12 reps, 4 sets. Next here we did the machine curl. I haven't messed with this in a couple of years, going in college when I had a gym and I had some machines at my disposal to now, then going to the garage and not having any machines. So now having machines, kind of throwing them back in a little bit. Really like this one. Able to get a really good squeeze because, it's basically like a preacher curl, just in machine form, and the top of the movement, when you can get that squeeze, it's just really good. Talk about getting a pump on this one. Already had a pump from the first one, but And next here we did the alternating dumbbell hammer curl. A lot of people, don't have necessarily like wide biceps or anything like this, and the hammer curls or the overhand curls, that targets your brachialis muscle, which working on that is going to give you a thicker bicep. It's going to help you give you that thicker look from the front, like staring at you from the front. Like if you were looking from that front view that was just on the screen, you're like, oh, the bicep looks like thin, it looks narrow. So this kind of helps get that thicker look. Also, you can see I'm flexing my tricep at the bottom of the movement. That helps get more of a stretch on the bicep, so I recommend trying that out as well. Next here we had the hammer strength dip machine. Now this was a little awkward because I did not realize there was a belt there, so every time I was trying to do a rep, I kept lifting out of my seat and weighing pretty light. It's the lightest I've weighed in a very long time, so I felt like I was about to launch the roof. But I figured out about the belt thanks to Chris from the gym, aka Buff McLovin, and the belt helped out, able to put on some good weight on there. And this was another good machine. If you have it in your gym, try it out instead of doing just regular old dips. Had a really good contraction, got to put up some pretty good weight, and really killed my triceps. But I was still able to put a little bit of dance moves here at the end. Skip if it causes concern, because it made me get concerned as well. Well, at least I didn't bust out with the lawnmower or the sprinkler, so that's a step. That's a step in towards my dance moves. So next here we had I decided to do a lying down skull crusher, which has been a personal favorite for me just because I'm able to keep constant tension on the tricep. And as you can tell, I'm not going straight up with my arms. I'm keeping them at an angle when I'm at the top of the movement. It helps get a better contraction and just, helping keeping that constant tension. And this has really been a personal favorite for me. Really like it. And I superset it that with the plate raise. This is another movement I don't see many people do enough, but if you're looking just to toss it in with a superset or as a burnout on your triceps, I highly recommend trying this behind the plate raise out. And that was not directed towards y'all. That was just showing respect to D-Generation X from WWE, the golden days, as I would say, for any WWE fans out there. And next here we have the machine behind the head press. If that's really the whole name, that's what I call it. There's one machine and I just call it the mountain. I don't even know the name. So sometimes I'm going to call things Galapagos. It's just how it's going to be. Just got to go with it. But this is another thing, if you have in your gym to try out, I highly recommend trying out. Get a good stretch at the bottom and a good contraction at the top. Able to put a little bit more weight on there, but I just like it because it's a fixed motion and it helps me hit the tricep a lot better. And I salute it to the pain of the game. Yeah. And next here, and this was the last workout of the day, was I decided to get the neutral grip, just a different hand placement for the push down, and a really good contraction, really good squeeze. Another one I highly recommend trying out, just to get different hand placements, different little angles, movements, different, width, and highly recommend trying out. But that's all I got for y'all guys today. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something from it, and I'll see you on the next one.